Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a restful and relaxing weekend. Gonna get everything situated. I should do this before, but sometimes I don't know how loud or soft things would be. Alright, today is Monday, July 21st. It is currently 9:42. I've got some background music playing and no copyright. Apparently, I had no copyright playing. I want to say it's one of the days last week, and it got a copyright flag. So I'm not entirely sure what that was about. I tried to use non-copywritten music, but yeah, I guess not. All right, we're on Fallout again. I'll be on Fallout for a little bit because of mutated events, and I haven't found another game yet that I want to play. I'm not that. I used to be huge on gaming for like a cent. I know a long time ago I used to not game. I used to game on the computer, yes, but most of the time it was being on the computer to do web design, and I was learning to build with code. So, what we have here, we have the rest of our dailies for Sunday. I was on a little bit getting them done, so forgive me for starting without y'all, but I didn't know what time I'd be able to hop on, so I wanted to play it safe. So I did play safe. Let's see, gotta get some ceramic done, so I'm just gonna do a bulk ceramic real quick, and then I think I might have to go to White Spring for the silver, because I don't think I've got any in my stash box anymore. I think I depleted all of it. Usually did, because they were they were really big on scrapping silver. So I'm like, okay, we'll do the silver. Let's go to White Spring Mall real quick, and then we'll do the ledger. That's the last thing we have to do, so might as well get it done. And I want to make sure I get it done before the reset. The reset's at 11. I was going to start at 11, but I figured, why not just hop on a little early? That gives me time to talk about anything that comes to mind. So, we cannot place our new camp, unfortunately, in this world, because there's 2 camps already in that place. So, if you're looking for silver, this place right here, you go to this vendor, and there's always silver. So if you're ever looking for silver, that's where you want to go. I did not have this many. Actually, I should probably lower my health a bit so it's a little bit better. Let's do that. Let's go down to our spoiled meat. I got rid of a lot of it. I just turned it into fertilizer because I had like 2,000. A friend of mine dropped it off at me, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this because it's way too much. I don't know if we have a whole lot of stuff to sell. Canned meat. I need to put that canned meat stew in my... I got some canned corn soup. I want to see if I can do some brain fungus with soup. So that doesn't... because it's going to expire. It's getting there. We have some glands here we can sell, and some cave cricket meat, deathclaw. Get rid of that. Company 2 is going to expire. Let's see what else we can do. Glowing meat can go. These innards can go. That can go. We gotta do something about these Nuka-Colas. That can go for sure. Wolf meat can go. Anything that I cannot eat is going for sure. Got sugar bombs. Those things I do keep because you can make stuff with the sugar bombs, and sometimes you have to electrically charged herd mentality. Speed demon. I guess I could do a Scaly Sin and then a speed demon. That should be plenty. I don't want to get too many caps, otherwise I gotta disable my account, not my account, my camp. Alright, let's go for the junk, get some silver. I just need one more piece, I think, so. That gives you 2. Yeah, just 2 more. Go over here to this. I don't even know how many I've gotten. Oh. I need to get on top of that for sure. It's a little annoying that I don't do that. And there we are. There's that. I think that's all of it. Okay. We could do some caravans, because caravans count for this repeatable. And then fishing. We still have all of these glowing fish to catch. And then I can't do that again because I got the last one, so that won't refresh. I'm doing the one from yesterday, and it'll refresh at 11, so I gotta go make sure that I get the event turned in. This weekend was nice. It was really nice. It was busy on Sunday. We had a lot of stuff that we were getting done, and I made some desserts on Friday, I think it was. I made some brownies with white chocolate and white chocolate drizzle. And then I went and also made a layer cake with chocolate and raspberry filling. It was 4 layers. I just did a normal 13 by 9, and then I made a little small layer cake. It was about like, I don't know, maybe like 7 inches across and like 4 inches. It was not very big, but it was perfect for like the layer cake that I wanted, because I don't eat a lot of sugar and I wanted it to be pretty small. But I also wanted a layer cake because I bought some, my husband bought some raspberry filling. I remember because I worked in a deli, and the deli also had a bakery attached to it. And when we were hired, depending on how your work ethic was, they'd bounce you back and forth, and they'd also train you, of course, to do that. So I was trained on making cakes, and when we did the cakes, and by making cakes, we bought the sheet cake already made. We didn't make them; they came frozen, but we did the decorating. So I learned how to decorate cakes, and so if anybody had come in when the person from the bakery, 'cause the bakery person was only there until 2, and then after 2, they needed someone there to do cake decorating for just the, like, writing, like happy birthday or congratulations or whatever. So I got that experience, and I kind of got hooked on doing that. I love to decorate stuff. Don't have anything to decorate cakes with, so I just had a spoon. Didn't even have a cracked spatula to frost it, but it turned out pretty delicious. A little rich, but delicious. Anyway, so I was able to do that, and when the baker, if the baker had left or had too much to do, then it would be up to one of us, if someone was trained, to do a cake. And I remember doing like a Monster Jam type of cake, I remember doing a lot of like basic kicks. It was pretty fun. We're gonna go to Milepost Zero and do some caravans. I enjoyed it. That job was actually really fun. I didn't. It was my very first job, like a real job. The first job I had out of high school was working for a, no, I was gonna say a deli, for a small, locally owned cafe. It was just literally right behind our house. Our house was in town, and no, I lived in Kuski, Idaho, super small town. Um, I think it was like Front Street, I think was the name of it, and then you had an alleyway, and then it had the businesses, and then, the businesses were on Main Street. So I just had to like literally walk out my back gate, and it was literally right there. Let's see here. Do some caravans, but that was my very first job. It was under the table. That wasn't anything. It was just like high school kid, and they put me in to do dishes because they needed someone to do dishes, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that, and I got paid daily. And then from that, they moved me to the front of the house. If I had nothing to do in the back, instead of just staying back there, they said, come to the front, and we'll see if there's anything we could do. So I helped. I did the bussing of the tables, and so I'd bust the tables, clean them, get them ready for the next patron, and I would do odds and ends. Like if the light bulbs fixtures needed cleaned, or if the light fixtures needed a new light bulb, I'd get the ladder, get it changed out. It was a really friendly place to go and work for, especially for someone who's fresh out of school. And it was a good experience for just getting used to people, because I was very shy. So that kind of got my foot into the door with customer service. And also, I love the cook that was there. The boss, like the owner was nice. And don't get me wrong, but the cook that was there, the lead cook, was extremely nice. And I remember that if it was, my shift was near lunchtime or dinner time, she would always ask me, hey, you want to take a break and I'll make you something to eat? And she said, pick anything off the menu and I'll cook it for you. Was extremely nice. I loved it. I gotta make sure I've got friendly fire on. Okay. God, the mutants. There's some light here. No, Sister Aztec. I'm not even gonna. I was hoping to have some help, but there's like nobody interested in doing the caravan. I know we have the. I know we have the mutated event coming, but literally this doesn't take very long. We would be done by the time that the mutated event. So, not sure why they wouldn't want to get this done. Like, literally I got speed on here, so she's like super fast. Not extremely, but she's faster. Well, let's just hope I don't get the Ogwa and the Blue Devil at the same time, because I can never finish it with either of those together. By themselves, I could do it pretty good. I could keep it away from the Brahmin, and then when it gets to the ending part, When it gets to the ending part, I could just pop it in and then finish killing the Blue Devil or the Ogo, whichever one. But when it's together, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. You know, I can't literally do this. Because when I'm fighting one, the other one goes after the Brahmin and takes out the Brahmin. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious me, what is going on? And it's so funny because when I do caravans like this with anybody else, I don't ever see them. I never see them have a. Oh, we got a king here. Oh no! Let's hope that our Brahmin doesn't get taken out. If it does, it does. We can always do it again. I've got plenty of caps. It's so funny. It says to clear the trees, but the Brahmin was like walking through anyway. Why are you going backwards for? Go. Oh, she sucked. There we go. It's just the game. The game's glitching right now. This is what happens when they have the thing going, even through. Let's do some Psycho. I need to increase their speed. I think I've got plenty of stuff to do that. I just have to upgrade. I probably will upgrade next. I've been doing these and not upgrading, so I've got a lot of cargo. Because she is slower than usual. She's like super slow right now. It used to be much faster. I think I messed something up when I was fooling around with One Violent Night. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. One Violent Night is a longer event because you have to make music, so I'll be done before that's even remotely halfway through. What is with these Mirelurks? Oh, it's a Yogoi. Okay, that's easy enough. I'm surprised. Usually with the big one, it's not a Yogoi. And she didn't take any damage. No, get away from my Brahmin. We'll finish this real quick before we lose the Brahmin here. There we go. Wolf's coming back. Two improved bait. I don't understand why I get 2 improved bait with mine, but everybody else's I get 3. Makes no sense. Let's see if everybody is at the event. No, only 4. Only 4 people. We must not have a lot of people in the server then. No. We got plenty of people. Alright, I'm gonna go back down here and upgrade. We've got plenty of time. Alright, so today's daily devotional. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love. In honor, giving preference to one another. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. Get something to drink. Oh, and I got a disease. I just healed not long ago. Alright, so, in Romans chapter 10, verse 10, chapter 12, verse 10, had it backwards. Paul urges us to be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. This verse underscores the essence of Christian community and the vital importance of relationships built on love and honor. In a world often driven by self-interest, this call to put others first can feel countercultural. Yet, it is precisely this radical self-giving love that Jesus demonstrated throughout his life and ultimately on the cross. In honoring others, we reflect Christ's humility and love. When we prioritize others above ourselves, we foster a community that mirrors the kingdom of God here on earth. Christian community thrives on mutual respect and selflessness. By honoring others, we create a space where people feel valued and loved. Such an environment not only strengthens individual bonds, but also fortifies the church as a whole. It's a tangible expression of faith in action. This kind of love requires intentionality and effort. It demands that we actively listen, seek to understand, and willingly serve. It invites us to consider others' needs as more significant than our own. In doing so, we not only reflect God's love, but also experience it more deeply ourselves. As we strive to build relationships rooted in love and honor, let us remember that these actions are not just about external appearances. They transform our hearts and align us more closely with the heart of God. Reflect on your relationships today about this. Are you honoring and valuing those around you as Paul describes? Consider one practical step you can take this week to show love to someone in your community, putting their needs above your own. How might this change your relationship with them and with God? And we'll close with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you with open hearts to your wisdom. With open hearts. Oh my goodness, let me restart this again. My brain is not keeping up. Actually, my mouth isn't keeping up with my brain. Heavenly Father, we come before you with hearts open to your wisdom and guidance. As we continue our journey to heal and strengthen our relationships, we ask your divine presence to fill us with the courage to share our faith with others. Help us to be a beacon of your love and grace, so that through our actions and words, others may come to know your truth and peace. Lord, may our efforts to share our faith bring us closer to those around us, creating a community bound by your love. Let us always remember that in you, we find the strength to nurture and grow our relationships. Amen. Loving these daily devotionals. Let's see if we can, what's her name again? Josie. Let's see if we can increase Josie's. Oh. Let's see if we can, now I'm not going to have any, because I only had that much. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, well, let's see if we can do anything with Josie.
Hey there. Yeah.
I don't have any? What in the world? Oh, alright, well I guess I'll go to One Violent Night. I'm a little lost at why that reset. Because I had tier 2 for movement. And now it's just like it feels like she's no longer moving faster. And it's on this account, it's not on my other one. My other one I haven't really upgraded any. Maybe I'll switch to her and see, but... This is the main... This is the main one, and it's the main one that I was getting the improved boot. That's like one of the reasons I was doing caravans, because you get improved boot with each time, and Uh, well, that's pretty much it. Everything else is just, whatever. But, I upgraded because I was talking with a friend and his Brahmin was like super fast, and I was like, and I didn't know anything about caravans. I didn't look into it. I haven't done. I just recently got started into caravans when the fishing thing came back up. Got here just in time. I don't think I've got here in time to get the Night Stalker, but we'll see if we can find it. Maybe. We'll see the glowing body if it is, but if not, that is okay, because we don't really need any legendaries. It looks like it's a no for the legendary, but again, not that it matters. Okay, we got the party pack, so that's good. Let's see here. What can we do? I guess I could do another caravan. I'm at 129. It's just slow going for this. When I get the next the weeklies, I'll be able to use another booster and I'll be able to rank up pretty good. It's slow going with the system that they have with finish 3 events, and you only get 350. To me, it's just not worth it. Let's see if I've got a disease cure or something on at least. Disease cure. I got 1. I'm gonna have to make some antibiotics. What can we do? And all these camps are gone too. Good. I was like, I don't want to trade with you. There's that one. Oh, and I did catch the organ grinder, by the way. I finally got him. Or her. There he is, right there. Finally caught this one. So, I only have like a few things left of the fishing. Just these, which you can't do until the next month, which is August. And the glowing fish to me is hard because it's like, oh my goodness. I'm kind of curious to see what the makeshift rod is, and then I've got 10 more of the daily fishing quests to do. So pretty soon it's just going to be this left, and then I'll be completely done. Get all the fishing stuff completed, all of the local legends. I think that the organ grinder was the hardest one to get. Not gonna lie, I had that one quite often, and it just seemed like, oh, got dizzy for a second. Oh. Anyway, I had a hold of him several times, her, him, whatever. The fact is that I held a hold of that fish so many times, and I lost it, and I didn't understand. I was like, what's the difference between this fish and the other fish? What is the difference between this fish and all the other fish? It was so irritating. Like, why are you like this? And finally was able to grab hold of it. Almost lost it. I did almost lose it, but thankfully I did not. And I reeled him in. I was like, oh, yay, last one. Oh, it was an accomplishment to finally get those. I was so far behind because a friend of mine was like catching these fish left and right, and I'm like, what the heck? My RNG is not that great. Yeah, I know. Alright, we're gonna do another.
Wanted to speak to you about just that. Business?
Oh, so expensive.
Unfortunately, wrong but
To the caravan we go. I'm surprised no one's helping out. Honestly, I am. Okay, this is the first time I've actually run caravans without people jumping in to help. Because they get the same rewards. After this, I think after this update, but it might be already that everyone gets the same rewards as the person hosting. So there's no reason not to want to do the... Okay. I have that, for some reason I've got that on and I'm not sure why. Defend against the Blood Eagles. This takes them much down a lot faster. There we go. Hey, we have someone. I think I've got the health on, honestly. Look. I think I do have the health on. Because the health is not very affected by... And now the speed is actually really good, because usually if you can walk behind it, and it'll be like staying there. My apologies. I've got my there we go. Gotta turn that down real quick because I don't want that to be an issue on my stream. Well, they're already gone, so no. There's no additional help needed. Let's go, ramen. I get stuck at this location for some reason. I just have to sit here and wait for it to glitch a little bit. Just keep spamming the hurry button and it'll fade out, fade back in. There we go. And we should get a couple more times and it should be good. This is the funniest shit ever of what it's like freaking... This isn't the only other place. There's another one where it just like it gets stuck. If you have the speed on, you can get it out of the other location, but this one is easier to do. There we go. It is something to do with the coding that they've got. They need to fix it. I'll let them fight those enemies. They're not anything that we need to do. We could just bypass them, honestly. This one might be a harder one, but if it's another Yokwai, that'd be awesome. That's something that we don't need to worry about. Those outside forces don't really matter. It's the only thing that you really want to stop to look to like protect it from are when it says defend the Brahmin. For some reason she stopped. Oh, it's a Mothman. Freaking Mothman. Freaking Mothman. Cargo. Alright. 2 improved boots. I think that might be the reason is because of the upgrades. Because I have 130 supplies. I need to get more. I think you need 250. We can go back and see if we can upgrade again, but I think that I don't think I can. I do think I need to do 250. Ooh, I keep getting dizzy. Ooh. Let's see, 130.
Ramen. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do. I need to do tier 3, which is 500. Oh boy.
Oh,
Moonshine Jamboree. Yeah, 3,000. That's enough.
wanted to speak to you anyway. Unfortunately, Ramen got messed up and enemies came in. But, well, if you're willing to cover the insurance fees, I might let it slide. Watch this.
Expensive to run these caravans, that's for sure. Definitely worth it to do like the large one first. I'll let her. Oh, already, honeybees. We got more honeybees incoming. There we go. I need to get some food and drink. Let's go up to. And we'll do brain fungus too. I guess I'll find out if this gets copyright dinged again through, this is supposed to be copyright-free music. So you can use it as background. It's specifically for background music. I don't like having nothing on the background. I don't like silence. I like to have, just like when I sleep, I have to have some sort of background noise, some white noise. And I usually will have, we usually have fans on. And so we'll have the fans, and then I'll have some sleep music where it's just like instrumental and it's calming. And I use instrumental when we go for a walk. Today I did a little more, today I did a little bit of a different. I put the DJ on for my, for the, I guess it would be, there's some mole miners here. Darn mole miners. I put the DJ on. DJ, like, you can listen to a variety of songs. So it just plays a variety of songs, and I put that on. Got some nice classical music. And then also listened to a couple of more upbeat. So it was I was singing on my way to around the block. It was funny. We usually go 2 to 3 blocks with Max because he doesn't really like the exercise, but he enjoys going for a walk. Like, if I say, you ready to go for a walk? You want to walk today? And he is so excited. And it doesn't matter if it's, like, we've already been for a walk. If we're going on an evening walk, it's like, you want to go for a walk? And he just gets super excited. It's just like with the little Chihuahua, Chuku. We don't take him for walks because he likes to pull, and I don't want him to hurt himself. And I haven't found a harness that fits him well enough. The one that we do have, he actually slipped out of when we were on a walk, so it was kind of scary. He was like, oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to lose you. You're not my doggo. You're my responsibility. But that's only because we're on a walk, and I don't want to lose him. He's my father-in-law's dog, and he was my late mother-in-law's dog. And Chuku is, like, a part of, like, her, and Pops is a little shadow. So I was like, okay, we can't take you for another walk because we're going to have to get a harness that actually fits you snug, but not too snug, so that you can't slip out of it. And he doesn't like halties or anything like that, so no harnesses that go on the head. And he's a small dog anyway, so who needs that for a small dog? So the walks have been no, we're gonna wait. And instead of that, what we do is take him. We have a long run, those like dog run wired leads. It's really long, and we just attach that to the chair because we have a little seating area out there. And we'll just attach it to the leg of the chair and then let him just run. And he just like goes throughout the entire day back there, barking at every little thing. Literally is the funniest thing ever. And it's like if anybody like revs their engines, or if anybody like revs their engines, or if someone is doing yard work, he will just continuously be like, bork, 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 at every little thing. There's a little bird at the birdhouse, at the bird feeder, same thing, bork, bork. Oh, nobody did Moonshine Jamboree. Interesting. That is interesting. $10.27. But now, as I was gonna get to that part, But now, so we've done that every time we go out there because we usually will spend some time after my husband during the work week. My husband will.
Then we minimize risk.
Oh, we might have to wait. She might do one. So let me wait. I'll wait for her to do it. We're getting up there for the supplies. If I don't spend any, I can get to the 500 and do the.
Don't want to jinx it, but I think
Get to the tier 3. I think we have to upgrade to tier 3 again. I think we have to upgrade again. I'm not entirely sure. Let's talk with her.
these deliveries. Sure.
Yeah, no. Okay, well, dang.
Oh,
I don't see anybody's caravan. Like, there's someone here, but I don't know if they're doing anything. I'm not entirely sure what this guy's supposed to do.
Gyro. Hey, I'm Axel. It's nice. Did you bring in? I think me and Gyro. Well, me and Gyro like to go treasure hunting in the market. Oh, what now? Sorry, I don't. I told him Gyro off the book I read where the Gyro. So cool. Yeah. She'd never let us. Anyways, but. Oh,
I don't know what he does, honestly. I'm gonna go to that caravan, though. Hopefully we can get around it. I think this area is where you get stuck. If they have the speed on, they can get through it. If not, I think that you have to do something with the power armor. It can get done. Like if you're patient enough, it'll get unstuck, just like the caravan before. But it's a little bit more tricky because it's got like these, like the what are those called? Those concrete like dividers. We have an opossum down there. More wolves incoming. Yeah, I see the health bar on theirs. Mine did not move. The health bar on the Brahmin did. But the health bar that's in the upper right-hand corner did not move from my Brahmin. So I think that's what happened. I think I may have done something, but the speed is good, I think, for now. Lots of wolves. Freaking Yogoi. They come out at you. Like, they can definitely kill your Brahmin. If you don't have anything on your Brahmin to protect it. So this spot right here is where you can get stuck. Take care of the hounds. It'll get stuck right in this corner here. And you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Alright, I don't want that on. I'm gonna go with my other. I'm really close to being over cucumbered, so I'm gonna have to. I thought I saw another. a thing there. Oh, they're right there. We have to be patient with the pack Roman because it'll move eventually. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but if people are patient enough, the Brahmin will move. I got mine unstuck and then I was on a caravan. Not yesterday. I think it was on Thursday or Friday where they unstuck theirs. They're using their power armor. The giant turkeys. I love it. All I did was just spam the hurry button. I spammed the hurry button and was able to get it to go. You just have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Some people will leave because it's like not instantaneous. It happens. I don't know if this one will get unstuck or not. It hasn't moved at all. I have to go put some stuff in the thing because I'm like over cucumbered. Someone's got a survival tent right here, so I'll take advantage of it because I'm not going to be able to do anything if I don't have I will actually do that for scrap. That I will not. A plasma gun, true flamer barrel. I could probably use that on one of my plasma guns. It's full. Okay. We should be getting another thing of enemies here. The cow hasn't even turned around, so this might be something that we cannot do. Someone's like angry faced and then fast travel away. I mean, you don't have to stay. No one's forcing you to stay here. There's no reason for you to be angry about any of it. Oh. Oh. I might have to leave this one here. If it starts up here, then usually you get to here and you're done. But this right here, if it starts at this location or down here and it has to go through this part, more times than not, you're not going to be able to salvage the packed Brahmin. It's just, it gets stuck. This is the issue with the game coding. The glitches that I think that they're going to fix, hopefully, tomorrow. We have an update tomorrow. So, I'm hoping that they fix this because it's really agitating. It really is, it's agitating to spend, especially when you're spending all the caps and you don't get a refund. You don't get a freebie. You just lose the caps and you lose everything else. So. Let's try the armor. Oh, they can't do it now? Super mutant. Let's try getting in our power armor, then exiting the power armor. Definitely over cucumbered. I've got no power. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into the power armor, and we're going to get here and exit the power. I cannot. Try to get away from the thing. I have no cores. Trying to. If I can get like out of the hurry. Shit. Well, let me exit it. Oh. Intersecting with an existing object. I don't know if our armor's like disappeared. Ugh. Well, I don't know if there's anything else that we could do. Honestly. We could sit here and wait, I guess. It's a good way to farm, I'm not gonna lie. But usually by now it would have fixed itself. I think this one's a lost cause. If they would let us get in the power armor and stuff, that'd be great. But I don't think that we're gonna be able to do anything. A beer hat. It goes right through the cow when it gets here. No idea what's going on with this. Well, I'm gonna call it good because I'm just standing here, not doing anything. We'll collect all the stuff that's down here that we haven't collected yet. And then, well, we'll be on our way because it's most likely is not going to fix itself. If it's waited this long and it hasn't done anything yet, it hasn't even turned around, it's stuck. So, we're gonna call it good. We can go to One Violent Night, I guess, to get some stuff that way. So, let's see, where are we at now with our stream? An hour. We can go ahead and I guess I'll end it now. Sorry about the boringness. That was not my intentions, but you know, we got our daily devotional done, and it's been just a good weekend. So there's not much really to talk about. We had some healing done. And okay, so we'll stand right here and get some. We'll go after these guys here. I won't have to really do much because they've got plenty of people here to do the music. So, not much to really talk about today. It was a good weekend. We got some healing done. It was great because I found out something that I was unaware of. I thought it was just like an expression. Me expressing like how something was affecting me, like how deeply I was hurt. It was something to involve our past, but it was still, like, for some reason, kind of, like, rooted in me, and I didn't really understand it until yesterday. I was watching a reel, and I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, something had come up, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I started to, like, reflect on some of our previous conversations, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was doing that. I was not intending to say it in the manner. I was just trying to express the way that I was hurting, but I wasn't expressing it in a healthy way. I wasn't expressing it in a good way. So I was like, it doesn't even say I'm in the event. See the event icon? And then everybody's white. So if I had the pacifist off, I would be able to PvP with people. I don't like when it does this. But you know what? It is what it is. So I got something, and hubby was coming down. He was upstairs. Like I said yesterday, we were doing a lot of stuff, and we got the front yard mowed. I got the garden weeded. We got a bunch of other things done. I got the kitchen cleaned up. And because I made a yummy breakfast and I got the kitchen cleaned up and breakfast was late. It was like a breakfast lunch type thing. And I came downstairs because I took a shower as it was later in the day, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a shower because I was done weeding. I was just covered in gunk. So I was weeding and looking at the tomatoes, looking at how everything was. I got my shot on them. I don't want to take all of the things. And I took a shower and was like, you know what? I need to. All this meat, all this stuff right there. I'll pick all this up because I don't know what it is. Right away. People don't pick up things, so don't mind me looting all of the things. The party packs you don't really get, so those are something. But like if you were to do like the spooky scorch or the holiday scorch, and someone would take one out and not loot the body, you could get the holiday gift or a spooky gift. So always like make sure, like if you are into an event that is like this, where people don't pick up stuff, and you do the event, go look around where things normally would fall, and you could probably find some legendaries there, because a lot of people don't loot, especially if it's 1 star. And if you want to get script, and you're like, you want to get the modules, or you want to do a like a purchase a weapon from Mumbles, she's the one at the Rusty Pick, you'd be able to do so. Let's go ahead and activate this camp here, and we'll go to this camp and drop this stuff off. But so I got the healing done, and so after my shower, hubby was like, okay, I'm gonna go, since I'm out here. He was doing the van when I was waiting. He was cleaning out the car. So he was cleaning out the vehicle. He was taking the mats out and cleaning those, and he hung them up to dry because it was a beautiful day yesterday. And came in, and he was like, you know what, I'm already out here. I'm going to get the front lawn mowed. And then after I get the front lawn mowed, I'm going to go ahead and hop in the shower. And he came back in after he mowed the lawn, right before his shower, because he had to come downstairs to get a towel. So he came downstairs, and I was like, before you go in the shower, can I talk to you something? I send you a reel, and I want you to watch it, and then I've got something that I got to talk to you about. So he watched the reel, and I was like, I had just realized something that I was doing, and I need to apologize to you because I was unaware. I didn't know that I was saying it in a manner that could potentially be hurtful, and I just was like, I do this, and I don't mean to. I just want to express, like, when something, or if I'm hurting, I am expressing, like, how deeply hurt I was. And I haven't done it in a while, but I didn't own it because I wasn't aware of it, and he didn't bring it to my attention. And I'm, like, getting to a point where I want him, like, to be comfortable. He never used to be. This is something that he's breaking out, and something that he's learning little by little. We have our discussions now, but it's just like, I want him to know that if there's anything I ever do or anything I ever say that makes him feel even a little bit off, if it feels a little bit like that kind of did sting a little bit, even if it's just a little, I want to know about it, because my intention is not to hurt anybody. My intention is just to express how I feel, and if I am saying something that feels like an attack, maybe I need to adjust my words. Maybe I need to be like, okay, saying it that way isn't expressing, actually it feels like an attack to them, and I don't want it to feel like an attack to them. So I let him know, like, if I do say something, I am talking, it's a me problem. That's why I don't ever call him annoying. If I'm annoyed, it's a me problem. He was doing something a couple of days ago, and I was like, that, and he was like, he looked at me, he's like, what's up? I'm like, I'm just a little annoyed, and I'm like, I'm not saying you're annoying, I'm just saying I'm a little annoyed, and it was because I went upstairs and the kitchen was a mess, and the living room was a mess again, and I just cleaned. And it wasn't him, he didn't do it, because we share the house with other people, and it's just a battle because those other people do not take accountability and clean up after themselves. So it's me and him, and I just get annoyed. So if he does something and I'm already annoyed, and it's it's an annoying behavior. If it's a quirk of his, it's not a problem. It's not him, it's me. And I was expressing to him, I was like, this is a me problem, not a you problem. I'm not mad at you. I'm not angry at you, and you're not annoying. I'm just saying I'm annoyed. So I try to set those ground rules where if I'm expressing how I feel, it's how I feel. It's nothing to do with really you. And a lot of the things that are happening it's a lot of healing to do with past traumas. And if there's a trigger that comes up, I'm just bringing it to your attention that I'm in this space right now and that I'm feeling it, because I know that that's not his intention. It's just that reminded me of something that had happened, and now it's coming to the surface. And I embrace those triggers so I can heal, because it's not intentional. He's not intentionally doing this to me. I know that he would never intentionally hurt me. But things happen. People say something, people do something, and I have to get it out. Like, he will joke around with me. We play around with each other a lot. And we try to own or embrace our flaws. And we do it in a way, because we know we're not perfect, And we do it in a way so we're able to laugh and make light of it, because we know that we love each other. We know that we love ourselves. And it's not us picking on ourselves or downplaying ourselves. It's us bringing it to light that we're not perfect. We know that we're not perfect, and we're okay with that. And so when we are able to embrace and make light of our shortcomings, that's great. But sometimes there's something that I didn't know that was underneath of one of my shortcomings, and we're joking about it, and then all of a sudden I'll get quiet, and because that feeling's coming up, it's bubbling to the surface, and I bring it to his attention, and his natural was it's his defend himself, because he didn't do it, he didn't mean to do it, and he tries to justify, and I'm like, you don't have to justify, you don't have to explain yourself, this is nothing to do with you, this is me, and I am just telling you that I feel hurt because of something you said, but it wasn't because you said it, it was because I have something in me that was deep down, I didn't even know about it, it was something from my past, and I used to be so self-conscious about it, it's coming up, I'm finally feeling those feelings, and I'm just trying to get it through him. It's like, I'm not attacking you. When I'm telling you what's wrong, I'm just letting you know what's going through me right now, what I'm feeling, and I just need you to be there to support me through it. That's it. I don't need your apology. You didn't do anything wrong. I don't need you to justify, again, you didn't do anything wrong. We were mutually joking with each other, and that just came around so quick. I was in a happy mood, and all of a sudden my brain just did a flip, and all of a sudden this emotion came out of nowhere, and I'm letting him know this is my healing. I am healing things that have been buried so deep inside, and they're coming to the surface, and they're going to come to the surface at the most random of times. I never know when those triggers are going to happen. And when they do, I now have the ability to identify it and then bring it to his attention that, I'm feeling this way. It's nothing to do with you. Yes, it may have been something you said or did, but you didn't do it in a malicious way. I recognize that what you didn't mean to, and I understand that. I don't want an apology from you because I don't want you to feel like you did anything wrong. I'm just letting you know this is what I'm feeling right now, and I'm just working through those feelings. I just need support. So a hug, and that's okay. And if you want to just what's that word? Oh man. To not validate. Oh my goodness. It's there to just assure me, to reassure me. You can offer reassurance that that's not what you intended. That's okay, but I don't want you to apologize. I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you. I don't want you to feel like you did anything wrong. When you ask me what's wrong, I'm just being really honest with you about what I'm feeling, and I don't expect you to really do anything except just support me, because I know it's not you. This is me healing, and I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you. I don't want you to feel like it's your fault. It's not your fault. This is just me healing, and it's the same for him. I want him to come to me with that. I want him to come to me if he's going through something, instead of internalizing and acting like nothing's wrong. I want him to feel it. I want him to bring those to the surface. If I do something that triggers it, even though I don't mean to, I would like him just to say, hey, I'm feeling these emotions, and that way I can offer him support. That's like how we kind of are supporting each other. So that's kind of what happened this day, like yesterday. It was a good day, because every time that you heal, every time you go through these, you feel lighter and lighter and lighter. Like a majority, like when you go to Christ, you feel that lightness immediately. And then that's when the work really starts to get in, because you're getting things that are deeply rooted. You know, something that happened to you when you were 3 years old, something that happened to you when you're in high school, something that happened to you 15, 16, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It could have been something that happened with your partner that you were unable to comprehend or to wrap around. So you just internalize it, shut it down, and try to push it down. Not a big deal. People did that to me all the time. If you are not honest with your partner, if you're not open and honest with them about the things that you've gone through, if you're not open and honest with them about what you're feeling, and also it works with them if they're not holding space for you to feel safe enough to express, then there's going to be tension, because you're going to feel unheard, and you're going to feel like they don't care. And while they think that you're being attacked, so you both have to hold space for each other. One, you have to make sure that it's not, you're not pushing it onto them. You're not saying it's their fault. I'm not talking about if they've done something. I'm talking about when you're healing, and if they trigger something unbeknownst to them. If they trigger something, and you bring it to their attention that I'm feeling this way, make sure that you don't say that, oh, you did it, it's your fault that I feel this way. Don't put blame onto them. It's not them. Most of the time, they're unaware that they've triggered something within you. So make sure that you're telling them and reassuring that it's nothing that you did. This is just something that I'm feeling. It was a trigger that had happened, and I'm working through it, and all I need is support. I always tell my husband, I don't want your apology. You didn't do anything wrong. I just need support right now. And if he had reacted in a way, I'll take the time to go. I think in this situation, the better reaction would be, and then for other situations in the future, to look at it through this viewpoint, and maybe that will help you, so that way you don't feel attacked. Ow. Oh, I didn't know that these were... I didn't realize that these were mutated as well. I honestly didn't realize there were so many. So, weekend of healing. Feeling a little lighter. I was definitely not expecting to go through that, and we're able to now. In the past, we used to have arguments. When this stuff like this would come up, it would be argument, because we didn't know how to deal with it. We didn't know what was going on. We thought that the things that were being triggered was caused by the other person. So we didn't exactly know what was going on. We didn't know how to muddy through it. We didn't know how to get through it. We didn't know how to navigate our feelings at the time. So for the first couple of years, our relationship was just turmoil. For me, I would categorize as it literally was like a living hell, because of the way that we both behaved. I was in victimhood, and then he would take the victimhood and be like, okay, So you're playing victim, so that means I'm a villain. And he was like, fine, if you're going to continue to be a victim, I'm going to continue to be a villain. And it was just really bad. We went through a lot of a lot of things that neither of us really, when we look back and we reflect about like our growth, we just look at our growth and we're just like, oh my gosh, it's like night and day. We are completely different people now. We know how to navigate our relationship. We know how to navigate our feelings. We know how to turn what would have been an argument into a discussion. Sometimes we do, like our voices kind of, we could feel like we express our pain in our voice, but it's not in a way where we're attacking each other back and forth. It's more of a, we're just expressing, and each one of us is holding space to accept and to feel that, and to be there to offer our love and to offer our support to get through, because we're no longer fighting each other about the problem. We're coming together and fighting the problem together. You know, it's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't have thought that where we are now would have been possible 3-4 years ago. Heck, I wouldn't even think about that 5 years ago, because we've been together for 6 years, and our journey started, I would say, 6 months ago for both of us, and then my personal about a year ago. So it's been like recent where we've actually started to, you know, but we had to overcome a lot of stuff. We had to go through a lot of stuff, so that way we can take that and hopefully we can help other people, you know, get on board. He's not ready for that yet, but I do think that with our experience and with how we work through things as a couple, we can help other couples who are going through the similar things that we can overcome. It does take two people who are in love. It takes two people who are willing to put their ego aside, who are willing to, for one, the man to die to his flesh and the woman to submit to her man. We come together in love for each other, choosing each other, not choosing the easy way, not choosing what other people say, not listening to what other people say, but listening to what the scripture says. That when you are coming in union with somebody, that is your person. There's no divorce, there's no leaving. You don't tuck your tail and turn. You fight through it, and it takes two people to do that. I understand that there's instances where you have people who are in very severe domestic violent, like domestic abuse type situations. Those I'm not talking about. And those situations where your life is threatening, you need to, if it's you and your kids, whether you're a man or a woman, if you have a partner who is extremely violent, and they're not getting the help that they need, you do need to protect yourself and your children. And I say get away. If this is something that's very minor, I'm talking about where you don't feel like your life is threatened, but you are going through something that a lot of people will consider domestic violence, domestic abuse, but it's not to the point where they are escalated to your life. This is where I think that we could help those people who are in those beginning stages, because I honestly think that with people, not everyone is born the way that they're born. Yes, you got people that are born evil. I'm a firm believer that just like we have God-given life, there's also some that just are naturally vile and evil. It's the people who are just empty inside. There's no soul. Those are Satan's children. But if you have someone who is that you're in a relationship with, and you know who they are, like you know who they are, you've seen who they are, but they're lost because of past traumas. They don't know how to navigate their way. And if they're willing, and you see that willingness, I am a firm believer in fighting for your relationship, because love like that, getting through these turmoil, these trials and tribulations together and reaching to the end, is beautiful. And I will say, yes, I've been through it. This isn't just like he was mean to me. This is I would be smacked. I would have my hair pulled viciously, not just hair pulled in a loving way. This is hair, fistfuls of hair, pulled to the point where some hair was ripped out, and my scalp felt like it was on fire. I've been slapped. I've been It was mostly abuse where there would be no bruises, but it wasn't to a point where I felt threatened. I didn't feel like my life was in danger. It hadn't escalated to that point where he was overcome by demons that had pretty much purged his soul. This is a part where he was scared because he never felt that love before, so he was terrified. He was scared about getting hurt. He didn't know how to heal. He didn't know how to bring about all the feelings. He didn't know how to navigate his emotions because a lot of men don't know how to. They're told from early on that men have to be strong, men don't cry, men don't have emotions. If you're emotional, then you're gay or you're weak, etc. So we do have this underlying issue of society telling men that they can't express themselves. They can't have moments where they are able to just feel what they feel. They can't have emotions where they just break down and cry and let it out. They're not allowed to, which is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, honestly. So we have these men who don't know how to navigate their feelings, so they're not emotionally mature. They just don't know, and it's not their fault. A lot of them want to be good. A lot of them want to be that man, but they just don't know how to because they don't have the guidance. There's a lot of men out there who do have. They were lucky enough to have that father figure who helped them navigate their feelings, who helped them understand that you don't have to hold everything in. It's okay to talk to other men. It's okay to check in with other men. It's okay to identify your feelings, and it's okay for you to open up to your spouse. Another thing that we've had that's really traumatic to men is that some women will use a man being vulnerable as a weapon. They'll weaponize that, and then that man learns that they can't be vulnerable through anyone. They fear being vulnerable with anyone. So we've got all these issues around, and then also being in an environment where they see their father treating their mother a certain way. They see their father treating their mother like their mom, so their father treating his wife like a mother, always wanting her to pick up after him, always her wanting to do all the things and not helping with the household stuff, with the kids and stuff. So and then they see how he treats her, and if he treats her poorly consistently throughout their entire childhood, that gets ingrained into the men, and then if they have girls, that's going to be ingrained into the girls because they think that that's normal. They think this is how a woman is supposed to be treated, and then the boys think that's how a man is supposed to treat the woman. So we have this whole thing where society really has, and excuse my language, they really have fucked everything up for us to be a functional society, and we cannot, if someone is unknowingly hurting you, you have to understand that they may be unknowingly hurting you. It may be for them, this is normal. This is what was normal when they were growing up. So to them, it's normal. And for you to come in with your version of how you grew up, so you saw how men treated women, how women treated men, you saw a different side. So you come together and you're butting heads because your ideals don't match up. What you have to do is completely strip away, let that fall. Whatever it is that you thought that was normal, you let that fall, and then you come together and you say, what is our normal? What is our normal? How do I want to be treated? And how do you want to be treated? How would I want to treat you? I love you. I don't want to hurt you. That's where you come together and you start to build that foundation together. You strip away everything, and sometimes that gets messy because you fight it, and you're not knowing it. You don't know. And it hurts people, and it hurts me to see people struggling like they have a relationship where you can see the connection. You can see that there's love for each other, but they're fighting this thing. They're fighting like, oh, I'm right and I'm right. Neither of them are right. Neither of them grew up in an ideal situation, but they don't want to give it up because they think that it's normal. So they're fighting each other, and instead of fighting each other, they're supposed to come together and fight the problems together and start building their foundation based on what they want to, like, I want to be treated like this. I want to be treated like I am worthy. I want to be treated like I'm valuable. I want to be treated like a man. I want to be treated like you do love me. There's nobody else in this world when you look at me. And then you have to understand that in order for your woman to submit to you, you also have to treat her the way that she needs to be treated. You need to treat her like a feminine. This is where your divine masculine and divine feminine come in play. If you want her to submit to you, you need to treat her like that. You need to have that respect. You need to have that dignity. You need to have that loyalty. You need to treat her like the divine feminine she is. And in return, she is going to take that tenfold and treat you like the divine masculine. She is going to want you all the time. She is going to want to cook for you. She's going to want to do these things for you because the appreciation she holds for you is so massive inside. She can't really keep it in. So she wants to express that with you. And you're going to have a relationship that when you start building and laying those bricks, you burn everything. You have to burn it to the ground first. And when you start layering with these bricks and you're building on a solid, firm foundation, you're not building on sand, you're building on rock with Christ in the center. You have God in the center of your relationship. You start building these foundations. You'll start doing this before you're both fully healed. I keep that in mind because I'm not fully healed, he's not fully healed, but we're at a point where we have laid the foundation. We've laid down how we want to be treated. We laid down how we view relationships. We've come to each other to form the ideal. Like, this is how we would raise our kids. This is how I want to be to you. This is how I see, like I want it. And then he'll come in and like, yeah, that's actually, like, that's how I want to be treated. I've never been loved that way before. I've never been treated this way before. I've never seen any man that I know be treated like this before, and I have been longing for it. And then that's me, and I'm like, I would love to do that for you. But I also need to be supported. I also need to feel loved. I need to feel like feminine. I don't want to be in my masculine energy. I want to be able to be feminine with you. So we come together and we build this life that we want. We start laying the foundations on solid rock. God's in the center always. And we start building. And then now comes the walls. We start building and building. And we heal. As we're going, we're healing out. We're taking out all the rubble. As we're going through all of our building material, this is where we're healing. And we're throwing away and purging all the building material that's rotted. All the building material that's rotted, we throw it away. As we're building this, we're throwing away all the stuff that doesn't need to be in there. We're leaving only the things that are centered around God and pure and love. And we're building that foundation, and we're building that life that is unshakable. It doesn't matter what comes in. It doesn't matter that if somebody falls, if one of us falls short, we know that it's unshakable, that we're going to be there for the other person, no matter how hard, no matter how much it hurts. I've been through infidelity. He's battled with it because of how he left. Sorry, I read something on the screen. He's battled with it with how he was raised, and then I battle with my own based on how I was raised. So we've got this that we battled, and it was like this endless cycle. You know how it used to be. It was just round and round and round. And our arguments were only not arguments. It was like we would blow up, and then we wouldn't find resolution. We would just like bury it, and then we would make up, and then a couple weeks later it would come right back to the surface. It's like it was telling us, hey, this is not resolved yet. It's gonna keep coming up, and if you don't deal with it, it's just gonna keep building and building and building and building until you just can't take it anymore. And it might be explosive to the point where it destroys both of you. So just get it out of the way. It's uncomfortable. We know it's uncomfortable, but it has to be done. We have to work through it. We can't work through it if we're fighting against each other. We have to come together, hold space for each other, look at the issue, and come and be like, all right, how are we going to work through this? Like, what are we going to do to overcome this problem? Let's fight it together. So I do think that there's a lot that people can learn from us because of the things. And again, this wasn't anything where it was just he was being mean. There was a lot of abuse that was involved. I really was messed up for a long time. I had thought about taking my own life a couple of times. He had tried taking his life prior to meeting me. So he wasn't in a good space. I wasn't in a good space. I thought I was, but I had a lot of childhood trauma. So I had a lot of childhood trauma around sexual abuse and emotional, a little bit of physical, but it was mostly emotional and mental abuse, mostly for the most part, on how I was raised. And I seen and heard things that a child should never hear and see. So I had a lot of things that were internalized and blocked out, but it comes to the surface now and then. And so we both came together, both ended up butting heads, but through the grace of God, we both love each other so much, and we're both willing to say, that's it. I don't care about me anymore. I'm just going to get it over and done with. It's uncomfortable, but I'm done. I love you too much to keep putting us through this. I want this to work. And you just lay it all out on the line. You go to Christ, you lay it at his feet, and you just pray, please, please give me the strength. Help me, guide me, show me I need you to help us repair our relationship. And when you put Christ in the center, and when God is in the center, you start to come together and you start healing. But both of you have to want it. It can't be just one person. You both have to want it. And sometimes it does take one person to show the other person that I'm not going anywhere. I love you too much. And you love me. So let's do this. I know it's hard. It's been hard for me. I know it's going to be difficult for you, but we're here to support each other. Let's get us back. Let's get our relationship back. We know what's here. We know this love is something that is special. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stick with you. Let's do it together. If both people come together and agree, you can overcome anything. So I do think that when we get to that point, my husband and I can really help a lot of people who are in similar situations. So anyway, I gotta get going. I got all the doggos out, and then my husband's gonna be calling soon. So I hope you both. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Have a wonderful Monday. And I do hope that this helps. I hope this helps a little bit of what we intend to do. Especially me. I love to. I love sharing my story because I think it gives a lot of people hope. But I also don't want people to think that I'm saying stay with an abusive partner. You have to put yourself. No, I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that in certain circumstances, that you can heal from a broken relationship if both of you love each other as much as you think you do, and both of you are wanting to make that commitment. You've both made a commitment to each other. You're married. You made that vow in front of God. You want to stick through it, and both of you are on board. I want to tell. This is like me saying it's doable. It can be done. It's been done. My husband and I are the perfect examples of how. And yes, we're not married by the law. We've been together for 6 years, so that's more than enough for common law. And also, we did our vows. Like, we did everything with God. And in God's eyes, we are married. He was my first partner. I was his first partner. That was it. We were like, you are mine. When we first met, we both came to the conclusion that you're my person. I feel so connected to you. I can't tell you why. People say, why did you fall in love with him? I can't tell you why. There's no any singular reason why that I fell in love with him. I can't explain it. I fell in love with him before I knew him. I fell in love with him before I saw him. It's just that moment that we met, it was just like something in my soul woke up, and it felt like I had knew him my entire life. I felt like he was someone who I've been around and was just catching up with. Like, he's someone that I have known all these years. There's no explanation. And when I told him that, he's like, that's exactly how I felt towards you. I couldn't explain it. I was scared to death, but and so was I. We both were just like, we were terrified. We both came to the conclusion that we were going to be single forever. We have not had any luck. I couldn't find anybody that I wanted to date, and I date to marry. So I was very thorough, and I was very careful when I would be approached by men. I would, like, my instinct, I listened to it. I was like, if my instinct was off, it doesn't matter what they look like, Didn't matter how much they made. If I didn't get a good feeling about you, I wasn't going to even give you the time of day. I was approached by many men. None of them sat well with me. And then him, the moment that he said hi to me, the moment I heard his voice, that was it. That was done. I didn't even know his name at the time. So yeah, it's doable. And these relationships that are, I honestly think divine, go through the hardest. The devil doesn't want you to be with this partner, because once you guys get through everything, you're unstoppable. Unstoppable. And you can show other couples that you can make it, despite whatever the nasty darkness wants to throw at you. You're unshakable. You're unshakable because you're covered in the blood of Christ. Your marriage, your union is covered by God. It's divine. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow with another broadcast. And tomorrow we'll probably be doing the weeklies, so we'll have lots to do. And hopefully we can get a little bit higher. I want to get to 150 soon so I can start getting all those tickets used up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I really want to build my community. I want to build a community where there's a lot of people who are like me, who just want to be around people who will love, non-judgmental. We're welcoming to people. We love people. We don't judge harshly. We don't judge. We don't condemn. We will judge you based on your actions, however. But Christ calls us to do that. We have to do that. We will call you out on your behavior, but we will not condemn you. We will not tell you you're going to hell. We will not tell you you're a bad person. We will not tell you that you're horrible. We will not tell you anything. We will blame the sin. We will go after the sin. We will say that the sin is bad. This is bad. This behavior is harming you. Out of love. We want this community. I want to build it. I want to build it so bad. I just heard these ones. Anyway, have a fantastic day. Much love. Peace be with you. And until